Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Now then, before we get into this video, I'd appreciate it if you could give this video a like. That will really help me out. It just helps the YouTube algorithm and helps get this video pushed out to the broader audience. Now then, today I want to talk about why you should buy a car with the BMW N47 engine. Now, this engine has come under a lot of scrutiny on the internet. It's, said by many that it is the worst engine that BMW has ever produced. Now, today I'm going to tell you that that is not the case, and you should consider buying this engine on your next car purchase. And I'm going to go over all of the good things that this engine has to offer. Now then, it is no secret that this engine does suffer from timing chain failure. It isn't as common as some people like to make it out to be. It's not every single car, it's not every single engine that is affected. The later models, so the N47 D20C engine with the revised timing chain kit, does not suffer as much as the N47 D20A engine, which is actually the engine that I have. Now, a lot of you guys know that I have replaced the entire timing chain kit, and I've done that on around 120,000 miles. Now, my original timing chain kit, because, bear in mind, this has never been replaced, prior to me doing it. The original timing chain kit was in very good condition. There was no wear on the sprockets. There was no, the timing chains themselves had not stretched. And there was really no play, to be honest. The only thing that's that I'm unsure on is the condition of the tensioners. Obviously, we have we don't really have any way of checking the tensioners. But with that being said, they did seem to keep the chain under proper tension. I didn't really have any untoward noises coming from the engine bay. So my guess is that they were good as well. So it just goes to show that, it's not like every engine is going to be affected, and it's not always around a similar mileage when they will tend to fail. Now, I actually went ahead and swapped out my timing chain anyway. Two reasons really, kind of for peace of mind. Once it's done, it's one less thing really to worry about. And the other reason was actually just to document it for you guys to watch, because I saw a few videos out there on YouTube already, but there was really nothing showing the entire step-by-step process. So I thought, it's a good idea if I do it. It's peace of mind for me, and it would be a good little series to make, and actually show it step by step how to do it, how to remove the engine, how to strip down the engine, and how to remove the old timing chain, and then obviously how to fit the new timing chain kit. So obviously I went ahead and done it. Did it really need doing? Probably not. Would the engine have lasted as long as it may do now? That's questionable. But obviously it's done, so it means that it's it means that I've potentially prolonged the life of the engine. Now then, so that's obviously the biggest issue that people have with this engine. But aside from that, aside from the whole timing chain issue, this engine is a pretty reliable engine. Obviously it does have its kind of minor faults. It has a potential issue with the swirl flaps. That is on the previous M47 and the M57 anyway. Then there's small little things like the crankshaft pulley that tends to fail around 150,000 miles. But again, that's the same on previous models as well. And then obviously you're going to have your general diesel related issues with the injectors, with the seals leaking, and with the EGR and the DPF system failing. It's just a matter of time on any diesel really, that the DPF and the EGR is going to get blocked up. So those are really not concerning things when it comes to the N47 engine in particular. Those are just, you know, things that any diesel owner will have to kind of face, you know, sometime in the ownership of their car. But yeah, like I said, you know, this is a pretty reliable engine. If you look after it, if you know, change the oil regularly, and when I say regularly, I don't mean what BMW recommend, which is every 18,000 miles. I mean change the oil every 5,000 to 6,000 miles. And this engine will last for a long time. I can assure you that it should last, you know, beyond 200,000 miles or so, and it will look after you. So yeah, it's a very reliable engine if you look after it, and it's probably one of the most efficient engines as well, you know, comparing it to its competitors, you know, the likes of VW with their you know, 2-litre TDI engines, and obviously is it Mercedes with the 2.2 litre diesel engines. You know, this is a very efficient engine. You can, on a journey, you can see a return of 60 mpg plus. That's providing everything is working as it should. And you know, around town you're going to see around 40 mpg. So on average you can expect to see around 50 to 55 mpg, which from, you know, a 2-litre diesel engine, especially in a very big car like I'm in right now, you know, I'm in a BMW 5 Series. That's a big weighty, you know, saloon car. To see those kind of mpg figures is absolutely amazing. So, you know, a decent reliable engine along with good you know, fuel economy, and you know, relatively low maintenance costs as well. You know, parts aren't too expensive for this engine, or, you know, any of the cars that the engine sits in. But obviously you have the low running costs, like you have the low insurance cost because it's only a 2-litre diesel, and then you have the low tax costs as well, which is, you know, there's some of the main reasons why people decide to buy a car with this engine in. Obviously, you know, it is one of the smaller engines in BMW's range, so a person that is going to buy this engine is obviously going to have costs in mind. You know, they're not going for all in all out, you know, all out performance. They're generally going to be doing it for economy reasons. Maybe they're going to be doing higher mileage per year, and they want to keep costs to a sensible level. So yeah, with that being said, I hope I have opened a few of you guys' eyes, you know, especially you guys out there who are a little bit skeptical when it comes to this engine. You know, you're not really sure. It is a very good solid engine if you look after it. You know, with any engine, you know, not just the N47 in particular, if you look after them, they will generally look after you. So you know, it's no exception to the rest. Just look after the engine. You will have to spend some money maintaining it, but if you do that, then it will look after you, like I said, and it will continue running for a long time and running very efficiently. Okay then guys, so I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. I hope you have enjoyed it. I've got many videos left to come on this engine, so stick around if you are interested in that. Please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you all in that next one. Peace!